Are we on the brink of witnessing the most earth-shattering upheaval in modern hip-hop? Word on the street is that Drake, one of rap's biggest titans, may be caught in a web of secret dealings with the ever-controversial Tyler, the Creator. Even more electrifying, whispers speak of a forbidden tape that could rattle both artists' reputations and reshape the entire rap landscape. You might be wondering, what on earth is actually happening behind the scenes? Stick with me because the answer might be more mind-boggling than any of us ever imagined. Could the rap community be on the verge of learning the most incredible revelation yet? Imagine a tape so explosive that insiders claim Tyler's legal team is scrambling to contain it, while Drake might be equally anxious about its contents. This astonishing rumor is tied directly to the infamous Camp Flog Gnaw meltdown of 2019, when Drake was unceremoniously booed off stage. But was that fiasco just the tip of the iceberg? Or was it the first public flare-up of a much deeper saga? Let's dive in, bit by bit, and peel back the layers of controversy, from behind-the-scenes feuds to possible hush-hush alliances. By the time we're done, you'll have more burning questions than answers, and that's exactly why this story is gripping fans worldwide. Picture yourself in a massive crowd at Camp Flog Gnaw, Tyler, the Creator's iconic festival renowned for its cutting-edge performances and offbeat flair. It's 2019, and anticipation is at a fever pitch. Suddenly, the lights dim, the stage is set, and out steps Drake, global phenomenon, chart-topping sensation, and the last person the festival's eclectic crowd expected. One might assume this surprise would be met with joy, but the reality was shockingly different. The moment Drake began to perform, a chunk of the audience erupted in a hail of boos. Those jeers only grew louder, creating a kind of eerie collective hostility. At first, it appeared Drake tried to laugh it off, delivering a few of his hit tracks to win hearts over. But the negativity refused to subside. After an awkward pause, he asked if the crowd wanted him to continue, and the thunderous no was so unavoidable that Drake cut his set short and disappeared backstage. How could one of the most beloved artists in the mainstream be scorned so relentlessly? And why did the fans turn so quickly? Right after the festival ended, Tyler didn't hold back his dismay. He publicly lamented how disappointed he was in his own supporters, labeling the harsh reception as downright disrespectful. In Tyler's eyes, no matter how you feel about an artist, booing them off stage crosses an invisible line of courtesy and creativity. But that stance sparked outrage among a segment of Tyler's followers, who felt their reactions were justified. Some claimed that Drake's mainstream vibe clashed wildly with the festival's artsy spirit. Others insisted the fiasco was fueled by a major letdown. Rumor had it that Frank Ocean would be the big secret guest, not Drake. But here's where it got really volatile. Some fans actually turned on Tyler, accusing him of betraying their trust. There were even reports of objects thrown at Tyler when he tried addressing the controversy in person. Was this just fans expressing dissatisfaction? Or could there have been a deeper tension brewing between Tyler and Drake all along? In the weeks following the mayhem, Tyler took a step back and admitted something crucial. Perhaps uniting his experimental crowd with Drake's commercial fanbase was a gamble from the start. Tyler's supporters love his boundary-pushing style, off-the-wall humor, and fearless creative leaps. Drake, on the other hand, rules radio charts and appeals to a far broader spectrum of listeners. On paper, this might have looked like an exciting merger. In reality, the cultural collision was anything but smooth. Tyler also noted how quickly the festival attendees fell into what he called mob mentality. The moment the first wave of boos began, it escalated into a collective wave of negativity. He even drew a parallel to cancel culture. Once the crowd fixates on an unfavorable narrative, it's tough to reverse course. But was it strictly fan dynamics at fault? Or did the tension stem from a behind-closed-doors quarrel that had nothing to do with audience preferences? Whispers have become roaring chatter about a potential secret connection between Drake and Tyler. Whether this is a personal relationship or an unorthodox business arrangement, no one knows for sure, but the rumor mill is spinning at top speed. According to some sources, there's a recording so electrifying that it could shatter both artists' public images. People claim attorneys representing Tyler are working tirelessly to keep this tape locked in a vault. Why? Because if it ever sees the light of day, it might confirm suspicions that Drake and Tyler shared more than a professional acquaintance. The blowback could be unprecedented, prompting not only fan meltdowns but possibly igniting fresh discord among other rappers. Think about it. If you discovered that two top-tier celebrities had been concealing a private bond, possibly revealed in an incendiary video, how would you react? Would you be furious, intrigued, or weirdly understanding? And if this hush-hush footage exists, is it merely a snippet of questionable behavior, or does it tell a bigger story that changes everything we thought we knew? Meanwhile, Drake has another opponent circling him, the heavyweight lyricist Kendrick Lamar. For years, the two have exchanged subtle, and sometimes not so subtle, jabs in their music. It all reached a boiling point at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show, where Kendrick performed a track titled "Not Like Us," a scathing diss that many swear was directed straight at Drake. The performance was explosive. Flames shot skyward, dancers portrayed symbolic narratives, and the lyrical content was razor-sharp. The message? A stark critique of commercialized art, a perceived lack of genuine originality, and hints of skeletons hidden in Drake's closet. The track received a Grammy, but it also fueled the rap community's speculation that this rivalry has become something personal. Drake booed at Camp Flog Gnaw, Tyler's fan base in a frenzy, a rumored tape swirling with secrets, Kendrick Lamar's scorching Super Bowl diss. Are these dramas distinct battles, or could they stem from a single underlying wedge dividing the biggest names in rap? Even if Drake wasn't in the picture, Tyler is no stranger to controversy. About a decade before Camp Flog Gnaw turned chaotic, Tyler took aim at Eminem, critiquing his music and implying the once iconic MC had lost his creative spark. Eminem, never one to stay silent, fired back ferociously in his own tracks and interviews. Fans took sides, the media fanned the flames, and it seemed like the two might never reconcile. Eventually, that fire cooled. Both Tyler and Eminem acknowledged they'd been too harsh, leading to a muted truce. Yet it showed the world that Tyler doesn't flinch at stepping on toes, even if they belong to rap royalty. When we look at this pattern of conflicts, it begs another question. Does Tyler's outspokenness naturally attract feuds, or is there something more profound about his personality that draws him to volatile situations? Now, combine that history with the swirling rumors of a hidden link to Drake. Could Tyler's fearless approach to conflict be fueling the clandestine drama we're hearing about today? At the heart of all of this speculation is that mysterious, forbidden tape. Some suggest it contains undeniable proof of a personal bond between Drake and Tyler, maybe romantic, maybe a high-stakes business entanglement, or perhaps even footage from a behind-the-scenes confrontation that would humiliate both artists. While it remains unverified, the idea alone has ignited a media firestorm. The rumor is that if Drake ever felt cornered, he might use the footage as leverage, effectively exposing Tyler to salvage his own public image or to deliver a crippling blow in their rumored feud. Conversely, some believe it's Tyler who holds the final card, perhaps threatening to release private details that could make Drake look vulnerable. Either way, the notion that one of rap's most bankable stars and one of its most audacious creators could be embroiled in such a hazardous bind is absolutely riveting. Take a moment to imagine the ripple effect if that tape leaked. Would fans desert their heroes, or would it only feed the fascination, making both Drake and Tyler even more infamous? Where does Kendrick Lamar fit in this puzzle if new bombshells drop? Is he simply a third party fanning the flames, or does he also know more than he's letting on? Every day that passes without concrete evidence, the rumor mill grinds on, churning out even more theories. Some suspect that lawyers from both sides have struck a secret agreement, maybe a legal ceasefire to prevent the tape from ever seeing daylight. Others say it's a PR ploy to keep both names trending, pointing out how controversy often translates to bigger album sales and higher streaming numbers. Still, consider how these controversies have reshaped the public's perception of the artists. Tyler, the Creator, is seen as a boundary pusher who collides with legends and fosters chaotic events that draw massive attention. Drake is praised for his chart dominance, yet criticized for possibly hiding personal truths that could undermine his polished, relatable facade. Kendrick Lamar emerges as an uncompromising critic, someone unafraid to call out industry hypocrisy and commercial superficialities. Are we watching a marketing masterclass where everyone is complicit, or is this a genuine conflict threatening to collapse the reputations of top-tier artists? Beneath the main stories, mini bombshells keep exploding. Frank Ocean's ghostly appearance. Fans still mourn the missed chance to see Frank Ocean at Camp Flog Gnaw, believing his no-show paved the way for the Drake fiasco. Some wonder if Frank's potential cameo might somehow appear in this rumored tape. Tyler's public image. Could the backlash from his own festival have caused Tyler to second-guess inviting mainstream heavyweights in the future? Or has the fiasco emboldened him to double down on his rebellious identity? The lingering Kendrick factor. Does Kendrick hold secret knowledge about Drake and Tyler's alleged entanglements, fueling his scathing Super Bowl performance? In each of these subplots, there's a pattern. Behind every rumor is a hint that an even larger revelation waits to be unveiled. It's almost as if each rumor sets the stage for the next thunderclap. Camp Flog Gnaw turned sour, unveiling a harsh crowd reaction that left Drake humiliated and Tyler mortified. Tyler's condemnation of his fans' behavior resulted in parts of his community feeling betrayed, leading to more tension. Rumors of a clandestine relationship between Drake and Tyler ignited a media storm, talk of a tape that could expose them both in unimaginable ways. Kendrick Lamar's blistering diss at the 2025 Super Bowl spiked the rivalry even further, hinting that he might be weaponizing Drake's secrets. Past feuds, such as Tyler versus Eminem, reflect Tyler's fearless pattern of locking horns with rap's biggest names. With so many interconnected storylines swirling, which thread will unravel first? Now, we stand at the intersection of rumor and reality. If a tape truly exists, housing groundbreaking content about Drake and Tyler, then both artists could face the biggest crossroads of their careers. Would the release of such footage confirm the swirling talk of a secret relationship, or would it reveal something even more startling? Or is the entire rumor just an elaborate myth that fans and gossip blogs have inflated into a roaring legend? One thing's clear, the possibility alone has the entire hip-hop community perched on the edge of their seats. One leaked clip could spark a global shockwave, a meltdown of fan loyalties, or perhaps even a dramatic meltdown of entire social media platforms. In a world where sensational controversies dominate the headlines, it's anyone's guess whether the next few months will bring closure or an even more entangled web of theories. Picture this: Drake, Tyler Kendrick, and maybe even Frank Ocean, each wrestling with personal agendas, each controlling fragments of the truth, and all overshadowed by the rumor that a single tape holds the key to everything. Are you prepared for the kind of revelation that might upend our understanding of some of rap's brightest stars? Because if there's one lesson the rap world keeps teaching us, it's that nothing stays in the dark for too long. Sooner or later, every hushed secret, every high-stakes feud, and every unspoken alliance comes roaring into the spotlight. And when that moment arrives, the question won't be, is the rumor real? It'll be, how did we not see it coming? Until that day, all we can do is watch from the sidelines, speculate on the endless possibilities, and brace ourselves for a shockwave that could detonate at any second. The stage is set, the rumors are swirling, and the hearts of millions are pounding in anticipation. In this high-stakes showdown between two towering figures and the friend-turned-foe waiting in the wings, nothing is off-limits, and nothing will ever be the same again. Will Drake or Tyler make the first move? Or has Kendrick Lamar already beaten them to the punch by exposing cracks in Drake's pristine armor? The only certainty is that fans, critics, and fellow artists around the world are hooked on every morsel of gossip, waiting for the storyline to either implode or explode. And in the realm of viral hip-hop drama, the bigger the blast, the harder it is to forget.